What's going on, everybody? Eric Lindquist at Stochastic here on the Outchopper channel, coming to you with another edition of Lindy's Leans, Likes, and Locks. Hit that like button, subscribe button, notification bell. Goes a long way for me on this video, goes a long way for you. You become a prize whenever great betting content is going live here at our little neck of the YouTube woods. A lot of my plays coming up here a little bit later in the evening. Did have an over on the Philly-Dallas game that came out of nowhere, but looks good so far. So halfway through, feeling pretty good about some of the plays there. It's 110.95 there in the fourth. Yeah, it's definitely looking like it's going to be an over there, but kind of a wild day with news. We ended up getting Tyrese Halliburton ruled out, which was not ideal. Hopefully they can hold on for the money line for everybody. Lock that one in. The line didn't change drastically, so I don't feel that bad about it. But I feel especially good about DraftKings. Bet $5, win $150 when you win a money line bet in any sport. And we've been smashing the college basketball streets with that. Get $5, get $150 in bonus bets. If you have a gambling problem, please call 1-800-GAMBLER. But tons of games to get to, tons of analysis on a 10-gamer for the end of the week on Friday. Before I turn you over to Aton on the weekend, let's just get to the pick, shall we? Let's get this party started, shall we? With legitimately the worst real-life basketball game you could ever come up with. Orlando Magic, Charlotte Hornets. Actually, I say that a little bit in jest. We've been backing this Orlando team a lot of late. I feel like I say that every single show, and then they never end up on the betting card, but it's true. They're a team that I've had my eye on, but they're 3.5-point favorites, and I get it. LaMelo Ball, not there. The turnover machine himself, fractured ankle, that sucks. He's a really good basketball player. I say that a little bit in jest, but Terry Rozier, Kelly Oubre in that starting lineup now that you have a healthy Kelly Oubre. Interesting little situation here in Charlotte. They're home dogs to Orlando. I am leaning plus 3.5 here. Now, I haven't bet this yet because we have a lot of decisions to make on a 10-gamer. There's going to be props that show up, other plays that I like more tomorrow. So I don't want to add Charlotte plus 3.5 immediately to the card, but I thought about it. I'm going to think about it some more. We'll see you tomorrow. Sign up in the premium Discord. That's going to be where I definitely apprise people, or hit me up on Twitter at Eric Lindquist. I'll let you know if plus 3.5 Charlotte makes it, because, oh my God, what a world, what a time. I'm in love. Let's go. Charlotte plus 3.5, just a lean for now. Kind of a wonky game we have coming up next. Portland, pretty big dogs going into Atlanta. I think that should tell you what the book's starting to think about Atlanta. I think there's small value on maybe an outright plus 6,600 right now over on DraftKings to win the Eastern Conference. Now, that's a huge stretch. They have what, a 3%, 4% chance of doing that? But at those kind of odds, it's good enough. And again, this is a Portland team. They just got back Anthony Simons, and then Anthony Simons got hurt immediately. Turned his ankle, is going to be out here. He is listed as doubtful for Friday's game. They're still without Nurkic, still without Winslow, still playing guys like Thibault and Shaedon Sharpe in the rotation. Keon Johnson shows up from time to time. It's not a very good team in Atlanta. We do have Trae Young. He's listed as probable. So again, he's the only piece on the injury report. It's a completely healthy Atlanta team. You probably know by now. I'm not looking at taking sides when I know one team's perfectly healthy and the other one, there's really no news pending because Anthony Simon's doubtful. We don't expect him to be suiting up. So we kind of know all of that yet. I think 239, as big of a total as that is, I'm leaning on the over here. In fact, so much so that I like it. I have it projected around 243.5. I think that's just on the fringe of a half unit play. I think it's going to be up in tempo. You know, I'm a bad boss. I need tempo. Over 239. We'll just go to the next game. There we go. Oh, sorry, didn't see you there. So this is the Lawnmower 4.0 from Manscaped, and this thing is pretty incredible. Anything, we're talking minute, tiny little hairs sitting on the edge. You can get those with just a nice little swipe. Super easy, beautiful light up gear too. So you can see everything that you're doing down there. Take advantage of promo code Stochastic. Get yourself 20% off right now. It's a buzzing good time. Back to the picks. Now, this is kind of a wild one. Brooklyn Nets, 11.5-point dogs going into Boston. It's a perfectly healthy Boston team on one side. It's a completely changed Brooklyn team, still without Ben Simmons, still without Embiid Sumner. Now, I say this all the time. I'm not looking at taking sides when there is one side with pending news when there's no sides with pending news, just like this. Again, they're getting Jaylen Brown back there in Boston. Boston is completely healthy for the first time in a long time, a juggernaut, if you will. And yet, I really like 11.5 here with the Brooklyn side. This is a massive, massive number. Think of all the wing defenders that exist on Brooklyn, even absent Ben Simmons. We've got Mikal Bridges. We've got Cam Johnson. We've got Dorian Finney-Smith. We have Royce O'Neal. It's a lot of pieces that should be able to do something against Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum. We saw Jason Tatum just throw a nuke up last game, but paying close attention to this because I have this closer to around 9.5. And again, I don't want to go crazy because this Brooklyn team, there's still a lot of data we need to gather with this new rotation, but give me double digits and then some going to Brooklyn. It's too good to pass up here. So I want to get in early on this one. I'd be surprised if this thing moved to 12 or 12.5. So if anything, I expect this to go towards that double digit cutoff, towards 10.5. So 11.5, simply a value play, just like last one, just about half a unit or so. Next up, we have the Knicks going up against the Miami Heat. And you should know, Eric, why would you do this? I took Brooklyn +8, +8.5 going up against the Knicks. And here's the thing, the Knicks have been playing really good basketball, and I've been backing them like crazy because, friends, Josh Hart, he is making the plays that matter. I know it's wild to think that somebody who was basically a random commodity for the Portland Trailblazers is making that big of an impact. But when you are playing on a team that needed that cohesion, that needed that one player, that one guy who could make the hustle plays, who could do the dirty work, if you will. I don't want to do your dirty work. Oh, yeah. Except for Josh Hart wants to do it for Thibodeau and family. So I'm just throwing it out there. I really like what we're seeing here from the Knicks side, so much so that how are we not locking them going up against this Miami team? They've had some interesting wins. They've also had some interesting losses. And Jimmy Butler listed questionable. Why is there a line available on something like this? And I know -140. It's like, do I want to do that? 2.5, I don't mind as long as it's inside of the key number of 3 if you want to get to that -110 play. But I am making the Knicks your parlay piece extraordinaire because if Jimmy Butler sits, you have massive value, similar to like what we had when Keldon Johnson got ruled out. It shifted back the other direction on the Indiana play when you had Tyrese Halliburton get ruled out. But still, we are all about that value. All about the value. New York Knicks money line doesn't get better than that for an outright for sure on Friday. We're going to the college basketball streets for your DraftKings Bet 5. Win $150. If you haven't signed up at DraftKings, this is your opportunity. And we're going to bat Chattanooga. Woo, woo, Chattanooga. Going up against VMI. Now, I don't know. VMI College. Virginia Military Institute? Are we serious? These two teams are playing basketball against each other? 13-point favorites. If the Virginia Military Institute beats Chattanooga, woo, woo, I'm never showing up on this show again. Just never doing it. You won't see me Monday. You won't see me Tuesday. You won't see me Wednesday. You won't see me Thursday. You won't see me any of the days. So Chattanooga, bet $5 on the money line against Virginia Military Institute. Get $150 over in the DraftKings streets to utilize on anything that you want to your heart's content. You got to be 21 and over. And if you have a gambling problem, please call 1-800-GAMBLER. All right. Woo, woo. Next game. Let's take a little stroll down Prop Street, shall we? The next 3 games, props for the people. Now, Phoenix. Everybody watched that game. Everybody knows Kevin Durant looked really, really good, didn't he? Yeah. Phoenix, they're really loaded. This is going to be ridiculous. But I'm looking at them going up against the Chicago Bulls, and the Bulls, somebody asked me in the comment section below, Eric, what happened to your love for Zach LaVine? Well, it's more like I just like other plays more, and I don't want to flip coins for a living. If I wanted to flip coins for a living, I bet there's people that'll meet me somewhere under the bridge downtown. We could go make that happen, but I'm not interested in doing those things. So we are legitimately not flipping coins when we bet something like DeAndre Ayton over 10.5 rebounds. Does anybody watch this guy rebound of late? I mean, this rebound rate is out of control. And with Kevin Durant on the floor, he's not out there to do the dirty work. And I took the under of 5.5. I didn't expect him to play as well as he did. He ended up going to the locker room, coming back, still played 27 minutes, and he went over on that 6 rebounds. He's really tall. He's really lanky. But DeAndre Ayton is out there to toughen up the interior, to continue to do the dirty work for the Phoenix Suns. Let Booker, let Durant, let Paul do their offensive things. So I'm looking at him cleaning up the defensive glass against Vooch. Plus, Vooch, not a very good defender. It is what it is. You maybe get some offensive boards too. But I'm leaning there right now because this is like right on the fringe of like, I want it on my betting card or I don't. I want it on my betting card or I don't. I don't know. I don't know. It's like 58% expected win percentage. That's good. Don't get me wrong. It's good. But maybe we can do better. DeAndre Ayton 10.5. Keep it on your mind. I'll let you know on Twitter or comment section below or premium Discord if I like it tomorrow. We go to Oklahoma City for the, I don't want to say it because I know SGA, he got COVID and it's ridiculous to say, oh, you got COVID and you're ducking and whatever else. But they're like making up some stuff on this injury report. It's an abdomen plus a COVID-19 protocols. Pretty weird stuff to be looking at there. It's like, I think the COVID one is good enough to maybe not play basketball tomorrow. You had to throw the abdomen thing in there too to be like, oh, NBA, you can't get mad at us. We're trying to tank now because we realize that's a better idea for us long term. I don't know. We've got Utah facing them here, and Utah still without a lot of pieces. They're going to be without Jordan Clarkson, without Colin Sexton, and OKC going to be without Shea because I just talked about the whole tagging thing. But a lot of backcourt pieces missing. We backed it last time, and I'm going to lean there again. Talen Horton-Tucker over 1.5 threes. The only reason that I'm not going to back this one either, the same thing as DeAndre Ayton, is there are a lot of games and a lot of plays and a lot of numbers that are still waiting to come out. And so I don't want you to go like fall in love with this one the way that I liked it last time, but just saying. THT, he's dynamite. Going to be out on the floor a lot. Has to. Agbaji got dinged up last game, but it sounds like he's going to be okay. That might be something where Chris Dunn is truly just playing backup, playing 18 minutes behind one THT, but they gave up a lot of equity to the Lakers, beginning of the season to get THT? Well, kind of, not really. You didn't have to give up anything to get THT. He was on the pennies, but they have all the incentive to give him a try, give him a spin while they're waiting for Jordan Clarkson and Mr. Sexton to come back. So, Talen Horton-Tucker over 1.5 threes, my favorite prop from him. Next up, we have Memphis and Denver. Lock Nikola Jokic. Next game. Here we have the New Orleans Pelicans taking on the Golden State Warriors. Warriors on the second half of back-to-back. Pelicans. Oh, CJ McCollum. Raise the roof. Do people still do that? I'm doing it now. Raise the roof. CJ McCollum. Pelicans cover. Smash Portland's face. It's beautiful. Made me happy. I loved every second of it. I really, really liked it. But I don't really know what I want to do here. It's a difficult spot to figure it out. I want to see, does Golden State play everybody on this back-to-back? We did get word. Steph Curry going to be playing basketball Sunday. He's probable for Sunday. It says Friday. Tomorrow's Friday, so he's not playing basketball tomorrow. That's problematic for the old win probability index that I just made up. That's not a thing I have, but either way, the Pelicans taking on Golden State here. We might get some injury news. We might get some things break our way, but it's NAs on the side of the screen because I don't have lines here. I expect New Orleans to, of course, open up as dogs, but maybe there's some plus money value going that direction. That's where I'm going to be leaning going into tomorrow. Maybe Draymond sits. Maybe Poole sits. Maybe Clay sits. He's been playing more back-to-backs, but you never know. New Orleans, we're going to lean good vibes only. 2 games to go. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell because not a lot of analysis to give here. Clippers also on a back-to-back taking on the Kings. You do have that De'Aaron Fox questionable tag. It continues to sit there. It sounds like he intends to play on Friday, but intention doesn't mean diddly squat. Just ask, whoa, we're not going to go down that road. That's a dark road. It's okay. I intended to marry my high school sweetheart. It didn't happen. Sad stuff. For her, Clippers, looking at the Kings, I don't really know what to tell you. I mean, this is just another game where I expect some kind of injury news to show up. Zubats, Morris, they sat on Thursday. Assuming they're just saving them for Friday, but I don't know these things for sure. Going to be wonky when a line shows up here, that's for sure. But kind of need to know if De'Aaron Fox is going to be playing or not. He kind of matters, but you got to be nimble, got to be quick. We're going to try to jump on that pogo stick. Sacramento Kings, that's where we're going to be leaning. Money line, last game. Let's go. And our last game of the night, we have the Minnesota Timberwolves taking on the Los Angeles Lakers. Yay, Timberwolves, back them the other day. We've just been running scorching hot this week. I think that's the end of it. Some dude sent me a round robin where he hit all 7 legs and rotated them through all off of this video, all the likes and locks from 2 days ago. That must have been fun. Maybe I should have done that. That would have been a better idea than just straight betting everything like the miser that I am. But you know what? Tried and true. I'm here for the profit. I'm like Knish from Rounders. It's a deep cut for my people. If you're a true poker player, gambler, things of that nature, you know what I'm talking about. If you have a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER. But Minnesota Timberwolves, this is the side that we're looking at here for sure. I like the energy. I like what we're seeing from them. I don't like that we're always trying to figure out if Gobert's playing or not, but Gobert not on the injury report for the first time in a long time. Mike Conley back in the mix, making him very, very happy over there. And Anthony Davis is considered probable for this one, but true center, I feel pretty good about Gobert there on the interior, at least for this matchup. So Minnesota, -1.5, road favorites. That's the side I want to back here. Like it. And that does it for another edition of Lindy's Leans, Likes, and Locks. You know what to do. Head to that comment section below. Let me know your favorite plays on Friday's slate. And of course, DraftKings. If you haven't signed up there, now is the time. Take advantage of choo-choo Chattanooga, baby. They're going to get it done for you. I'll be back on Monday. Aton's got you for the weekend. Until then, I'm Eric Lindquist. Best of luck in the NBA streets on Friday.